Welcome into the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview, proudly presented by Arkansas Tech University, D3 Auto Sales, and Metcalf Trucking and Trailer Repair. Today we visit with Riverview Raiders head coach Steve Williams. This Pigskin Preview is sponsored by First Community Bank.
I'm Chloe Cordell, and I'm here today with Coach Steve Williams, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Riverview Raiders football.
Glad to have you here.
So, what are your expectations for this upcoming season?
Well, I expect to have a real good season. This is my third year here, and the first couple of years I only had about 20 players. We had 44 complete spring practice, so our expectations are high, and the kids are really looking forward to it.
That's great. How would you describe your team's strengths and weaknesses going into this season?
I think our strength is our senior class. We have 17 seniors. In the past, we hadn't had many. These guys have been through it a couple of years, so, that's definitely our strength. I think our weakness right now is just the mentality and the culture of the football program here at Riverview, and we're trying to change that. It's getting better, but it's not where we need it to be.
Yes, sir. So what changes, if any, have you made to the team's style of play or strategy for this season?
Well, we experimented with a lot of different offenses and trying to figure out what's best for our team. And we went to the spread offense, which is better fit for the talent we have. And, they're getting used to it, but that's a big change, and the kids are really adjusting to it.
So, as you said that you had 44 players in off-season this spring, how did they prepare for that?
Well, we went through, we start lifting weights in November, and we run a monthly program until the month of May. And we really got a lot stronger. Some guys really increased their strength. And it just helps the overall for the football program in the fall.
Sure. So can you share any outstanding players or emerging talents on your team?
Well, we have a good running back. He was a 10th grader last year. His name's Travion Greer. He's coming back for his junior year. Real good running back. We moved a big tight end. We had Ricky Lee to quarterback, 6'4", 230-pounder. Never played quarterback. So one of our weaknesses may be his knowledge of the game at quarterback, but he's a real good athlete, and we changed him to quarterback, which I think will help our team out a lot.
That's great. So how are you working to develop your younger, less experienced players for this season?
Well, we do have a large 10th grade class coming in. We have 22 of them. We move them into senior high football around Christmas so they can be with the juniors and seniors, and just getting them playing time, teaching them, breaking down everything slow and teaching them and kind of introducing them to senior high. It really helps them out. But we got a good group, and they played a lot last year in junior high, so we're looking forward to that group.
So what are your key adjustments you're making to your coaching strategy for this season?
Well, I've been coaching offense my whole life. I've been doing this for 34 years. I hired a young guy that knows a lot more about the spread, so I'm turning the offense over for the first time to one of my assistant coaches. So I'm going to do the defense, and he's going to do the offense. Hopefully it works. He's more knowledgeable of the game, of the spread game, so we'll see how it works out.
So how do you plan to handle different game situations and challenges?
Well, we watch films. We study the film starting Sunday nights and then Monday mornings, and we just, every team's a little bit different, so you do have to adjust a little bit. We really don't like to adjust our offense. We like other teams adjusting to us, but defensively we do have to change for what we're facing each week.
Right. Yeah, so are there any specific opponents you're looking at particularly this year?
Well, our conference changed. We play, we got CAC and Little Rock Mills, new to our conference. They're a real strong 4A school. So, it's going to be a tough challenge to play those schools. But, we got a new conference, like I said, and it's going to be a learning experience because we have some schools we never played before.
Yeah. So how do you foster your team's unity and positive culture among the players?
Well, we teach unity. We teach family. We do a lot of team building activities. Try to get these boys more interested and loving the game, because this day and time, if you don't love the game of football, it's a struggle to play it. There's so many other things you can be doing. So we try to build that. We're real positive on the coaching staff. We really have a team experience. We have competition sometimes between classes and just kind of building stuff and making it fun for them.
That's great. How are you supporting players both on and off the field as the head coach?
Well, we really had to get on them in the classroom. We really support, we want our athletes to be students first, make good grades, be good leaders in the school. And it's tough sometimes when you're dealing with 44 kids. You're going to have some of those kids that don't do like you want them to. So they lose playing time. They might do some punishment in practice if they're not good student athletes. But we really push students first.
So how do you approach leadership development? So how do you approach leadership development within the team?
Well, I think leadership is kind of built in kids. You never know who's going to be the leader. Usually a kid will step up once we start practice. We try to make it our senior class to be leaders, but sometimes you have a junior that steps up and a real good leader, and you just kind of look at the kids and see who they follow. And as long as they're a positive leader instead of a negative leader, we really let them kind of lead the team in their own way.
That's good. What are your goals for the team this season?
Well, like I said, this is my third year here. We're going to try to make the state playoffs, try to have a winning record. Football is not real big here at this school. So we're trying more or less to build a winning program, hopefully make the playoffs, and just get these kids to love the game of football and just change the whole culture of the school here, and where football is a big thing on campus, and hope these kids are excited about it.
Yes. So how do you define success for your team?
A lot of people define it as wins and losses, and we have to as coaches. Once you get to a senior high, you go by wins and losses, but that's not the only way to determine success. Building these 22 sophomores, getting them ready to play ball, and just having success of kids' grade point averages and things like that. We measure in a lot of different ways, but it is measured by win and losses. So you can have a non-winning season and be successful in a lot of things, but it sure makes things a lot easier when you win.
So what are your expectations on how far the team can go in playoffs?
Well, I think, we made the playoffs my first year here. We missed it last year. So we're looking to make the playoffs. I think one time in history they won a first-round playoff game. Like I said, this school is not really a strong football school. So, winning a first-round playoff game and hopefully in the future winning a second playoff game would be a big step in the right direction for this school and our program.
That's great. So how does the team connect with the school and local community?
Well, we do some community stuff. We involve them in stuff outside the school. We have car washes. We have things we do. Also in the school, I expect our football players to be a part of a lot of different programs. And we do have a lot of successful, our class presidents and our valedictorians in the past have been football players. So anything they do positive in the school and the community just helps our program out.
Yes. How important is community support to the success of the team?
It's big. It's, and like I said, I keep saying this, football has never been a real big thing at this school. Just to build a winning program where people want to be a part, and having 44 kids out instead of the 20s, that's going to involve more parents, more grandparents coming to the game, and just make it fun for them. And if the kids are enjoying it and their parents see that, I think there'll be more success. They'll come out to and support our program more, and just the more people we can get, the better it'll be.
Yes. So what role does your team play in the broader context of school spirit and pride?
I think football builds a big school spirit thing. You can look at programs that have a strong football program, and if they're having success, it just builds the whole school year and makes the school year go a lot better. Football has a big part in that. I know other sports are important, but when you have football going right, it seems like the school goes right.
Yes. So what is the most rewarding aspects of coaching this team?
Getting these players that really didn't know the game of football, teaching them how to play football. Again, I've been doing it 34 years, I was the 5th coach in 5 years here when I got hired 2 years ago. So they went through a lot of different coaches. A lot of kids give up on it. But just seeing the kids, changing our program from 20-something kids the first 2 years to 44 kids this year, that is a step in the right direction. And just watching these kids succeed and enjoy it.
Yes. So how do you handle pressure and adversity during the season?
Well, I mean, like I said, I've been doing it 34 years. I really don't have pressure. I try not to take anything home with me. But as a coach, you have pressure all the time. I look at it as a job. It's not my life. And so I teach these kids, football is not the most important thing in your life. You have things outside of school that's a lot more important, like God and family. And, just taking that and putting things in the right level of importance to you as a person really helps on pressure.
Yes. So what motives keep you coaching year after year?
That's a good question. Like I said, I've been doing it 34 years, and pre-COVID and post-COVID has been a big difference in the school system. I'm going to try to make it 40 years. That's my goal, to make it 40 years. It's getting tougher, but I love the game of football. Teaching is kind of wearing on me a little bit now over the years, but football, I love practice. I love the part of it. I love the off season. So just as long as I keep the love of the game and keep a healthy body, I'm going to keep doing it. But, I love that part of it.
So what is one word that would describe your team?
Hard, well, 2 words, hard worker. They're hard workers. They do everything I ask them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you would like to say about your team, Coach Williams?
Well, I think we're looking forward to building a good football program here. Changing the culture has been tough. It usually takes 3 or 4 years. We should see some difference this year than the last 2, but it's only a start. It's only a step in the right direction. So looking forward to it, and looking forward to my 35th year of coaching.
Yes, sir. Well, it's really nice to talk with you today.
Yes, it's nice talking to you.
We'd like to thank the Batesville School District and the Batesville High School East Lab for their contributions on this video. Thanks again for joining us on the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Arkansas Sports Network on YouTube to catch more previews and all the latest updates on your favorite teams.